Alright guys, so I've been getting asked a lot on how do you track your macros, how do you figure out your macros, and the simplest way possible guys to do that is download the MyFitnessPal app. It's a free application, it's available for Android and iPhone. Pretty much just download the app. It's gonna ask you what your height is, what your weight is, what's your age, and depending whether you want to bulk or you want to cut, it's gonna ask you that too. Alright, so let's say I'm at 170, I type in I'm at 170 pounds and I want to cut down to like 165, and it's gonna ask how much pounds do I want to lose per week, and it's gonna say if you want to lose 1 pound per week or 2 pounds per week. So I really just recommend to stick in 1 pound a week. Let's say you just finished bulking and you have a lot of muscle on you under all the fat, right? If you put you want to lose 2 pounds a week, then there's a very high possibility that you're gonna lose a lot of muscle along the way. So you just want to keep it slow, you know, keep it slow and steady. You want to put you're gonna lose 1 pound a week. Anyways, after that, it's gonna tell you also how many calories you need on a daily basis. Whether you want to lose weight, you want to gain weight, or you want to maintain, it's gonna tell you that. Now the other thing is, it's gonna throw you a number on your macros, which is your protein, carbohydrates, and your fats. It's gonna throw you a random number. I'm really not too sure why it does this, but basically I'm gonna get that over with, guys. Alright, so protein intake, your daily protein intake has to be your weight. So let's say I'm at 170, I have to consume 170 grams of protein a day. And when you're cutting, say you're trying to lose weight, you want to keep that protein up high. I'm at 170, I want to keep it at like around 200 or 220 grams a day. Same applies to everybody. Okay, so let's say you're like at 200 and you worked out, you bulked, you just finished bulking. If you're gonna start cutting, you have to maintain your protein intake pretty high, because you want to try to maintain all the muscle that you can along the way, because when you do cut, you're gonna lose some size on you. Okay, you're gonna lose some muscle. If you're bulking, guys, your protein can be at your body weight or it can be a little lower, right? But that's only if you're bulking. Your carbohydrates, when you're cutting, guys, when you're losing weight, your carbohydrates have to be low. If you're on a carb cycle, or if you don't know what a carb cycle is, go back to like my first video. I don't know what video it was anymore, but go back to that video and I pretty much briefly give an explanation on what carb cycling is. That's you go so long with super low carbs and then one day you carb up. So for example, I'm carb cycling and I'm on low carbs Monday through Friday. I'm keeping them at 50 grams or lower than 50 grams, actually lower than 50 grams Monday through Friday. On Saturday, that's my carb up day, and I make sure to get at least 400 or more grams of carbohydrates, which is fucking awesome, trust me. Anyway, when you're cutting, you want to keep your carbs low. If you're doing a carb cycle, you want to keep them as low as possible. But let's say you're just trying to lose weight, you want to keep your carbs still low, but not drastically low. You want to keep your carbs at no more than 150 grams a day. Alright, that's the only way you're going to see results fast. If you want to eat less than that and see faster results, you can go for it. That's basically carb cycling. Alright, and that pretty much applies for anybody actually. And you want to keep your fats at a minimum, alright? You don't want to keep them too high, you don't want to keep them too low. But if you're carb cycling, you want to keep them up there. Like I said, your protein intake when you're cutting has to be a little bit higher than your body weight. Your carbohydrates, they have to be like around 150. It's a safe zone to cutting, alright? No matter what weight you are. You want to maintain your fats a little higher. Alright, your fats have to be like anywhere from like 60 to 80 grams a day. That's the thing about bulking and cutting. You know, when you're cutting, you have to keep your carbs low. When you're bulking, you have to keep your carbs up high. Same thing goes with the fats. When you're bulking, your fats have to be low. When you're cutting, your fats have to be high. It's basically the same thing, it's just opposites. Alright, you just switch it. Another thing about tracking your macros, guys, you're gonna wanna go out to the store and you're gonna wanna buy like teaspoon measures, you're gonna buy no cup measures, and you're gonna wanna get a scale. Scales are relatively cheap, guys, they're not too expensive. All this stuff is not expensive at all. You go to Walmart, got this for like 10 bucks. You're gonna wanna weigh everything out, alright? You're gonna have to track everything that you eat. You download the app, the MyFitnessPal app. It's basically, like I've said before, it's a data log. You go to your diary. This is my diary. It shows me how many calories I need, which is the first number, and it shows me how much calories I've had and how many calories I have left. And you pretty much go in here and it says breakfast. I'm not too sure if you can see this, guys, but anyway, it says breakfast and it says add food. You go to add food, and that's when there's a little barcode at the top. You click the barcode and then the camera pops out and you pretty much scan your food, guys. You scan anything that has a barcode, you scan it and it'll pop up on here. Alright, so the food is gonna come up, you measure it out, you weigh it out, you type in, let's say like like I just had 6 ounces of chicken, and it says serving size 1 ounce, and I had 6, and you just type in 6 ounces, right? And it tells you how many calories it has, how much fats, and how many carbs, and like protein. Click the check mark, bam. That's it. Alright, that's one thing down. Everything is in here, guys, in this app. It's a little hard at the beginning, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit of a hassle at the beginning, but once you get used to it, it becomes a habit pretty much. You know, you start tracking everything you have. That's pretty much it, guys. That's how you track your macros. Once again, guys, I hope you liked and enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe for more videos, and until next time, guys.